So here is my SoloWheel 3, which has the same, I am told, hardware as the Inmotion V8. The software is just a little different. But that's mine, and you can see it's been fronted over and beaten up a little bit. I've had it for about a year. This is a little video. I'm going to review some of the pros and cons and some of the philosophy behind the electric unicycle. So let's get to it.
Okay, so when you're riding it, it's like this, where you got your headlight, you can turn on and off, and you stand on either side of the pedals like you saw in that little clip earlier. The idea is that, like a Segway, you lean slightly forward to accelerate, you lean back to slow down or go backwards, you lean left to go left, and lean right to go right. For me, it was about 10 hours-ish of falling over and things like that to kind of get the hang of it. So this model has LED lights, blue and red on the two sides, and there's a headlight and a tail light as well. They can be turned on and off. They can be accessed via Bluetooth app to be configured in different patterns and things like that for visibility at night or for just your personal style. So when you're not riding it and you're carrying it like luggage, it has this retractable handle that comes up and folds out of your way into the unit, and that's convenient for maneuvering it around and so forth, because you can leave it powered, which means it takes very little muscle effort to move it, and you can still, if you wanted to, use it like an electric mule, put like 100 or 200 pounds on it and let it carry that burden and weight for you, just as another option. And then the smaller handle down next to it, not the telescoping one, that one's always there. There's a little button under it so that when you pick it up, it turns the wheel off so it doesn't try to spin or something when you're carrying it. Okay, so these are the specs. We're going to kind of get into, I guess, the philosophy-ish about it. And you can read them, but whatever. And you can also go, I got mine by my electric unicycle from ewheels.com. And that's where a lot of these pictures and stuff come from, too. So one of the nice things is that an electric unicycle like this is a very compact device. For carrying capacity, this particular unit is 240 pounds, so that could be you in a small backpack or a heavier rider just themselves. If you need more weight than that, then you're going to have to upgrade to a 300 or 350 pound wheel. Just not as much as a bicycle can do for carrying capacity, volume or weight. For speed and range, as they say, the devil's in the details. Your mileage may vary. Going 1 mile up a hill is not the same as 1 mile down a hill, etc., etc. So they will quote numbers like 20 miles an hour and 30-mile range. I feel that those, you don't know the conditions those are under. Those might be ideal conditions, and who knows how light of a rider or uphill, downhill, whatever. I tell most people to, it's reasonable-ish to expect around a bicycle. You can be doing 10 to 15 miles an hour. You can be doing, 15, 16 miles, things like that without too much trouble. Faster or longer distances kind of get into, are you going downhill, uphill, wind, how fast you're going, how heavy you're going, all those little nitpicky little devil in details. Now, one of the nice things about electric unicycles also is the energy efficiency of this form of travel. It's up there with a bicycle. Compared to, like, say, electric cars and things like that, which are much bigger, people talk about, oh, they got 3, maybe 4 miles per kilowatt hour, or, ooh, somebody was hypermiling and they got 5. Electric unicycles are up around like 40 miles per kilowatt hour. And again, the devil's in the details, just like driving how many miles per gallon you get. The nice thing about this is that you don't have to necessarily get to work or go where you're going sweaty and exhausted or tired. Now, of course, that's just this model. They do sell other models that go 30 or 40 miles an hour, that have an 80 or 90-mile range, that have brighter lights. Maybe there's some out now that have suspensions on them. Some even have an option for a little seat if you're going on 80 or 90 miles. Maybe you want a little seat to sit down, be more comfortable. So that works for other people, and that's fine. More power to them. I'm not, me personally, if I'm going to be going that fast or that far, I'm going to get in a car. So for me, the bicycling-ish kind of speeds, 15, 60 miles an hour, 15, 16 miles of range, that's good for me in my application and my use.